Blood drips from Luna's split lip as she's thrown onto the pack house steps, her mate bond severing with an audible crack that echoes through her very soul, while her alpha mate stands above her, his new chosen Luna wrapped around him like a python. The metallic taste floods her mouth, but it's nothing compared to the agony tearing through her chest. Luna Ashwood clutches at her heart, certain it's being ripped from her body. Around her, the Silvercrest pack stands in rigid formation, their faces carved from stone. Not one of them meets her eyes. The harvest moon hangs fat and orange above them, mocking her with its beauty. You are no longer mine. Cade's voice cuts through the ceremonial silence. I, Alpha Cade Silvercrest, reject you, Luna Ashwood, as my mate and cast you from this pack. Luna tries to stand, her legs trembling beneath her ceremonial dress, the white one she'd spent weeks embroidering with silver thread, the one she'd thought she'd wear while being claimed as his mate. The fabric is torn now, stained with dirt and blood. Cade, please, her voice breaks. He doesn't even look at her. His attention is fixed on the woman beside him, Seraphina Mooncrest, daughter of the Northern Ridge Alpha. She's everything Luna isn't, tall, powerful, beautiful. Her wolf probably purrs instead of whimpers. Seraphina smiles, slow and satisfied, like a cat with cream. The alliance between Silvercrest and Northern Ridge is sealed, Cade announces. His hand slides to Seraphina's waist, pulling her close. Seraphina Mooncrest will be your Luna now. The pack erupts in measured applause. Dutiful. Political. Luna's wolf, small and gray and always so quiet, lets out a sound that isn't quite a whimper, isn't quite a howl. Then she retreats, pulling so far back that Luna can't feel her anymore. The absence is immediate and terrifying, like losing a limb, like forgetting how to breathe. No. Luna whispers. No, please, don't leave me. But her wolf is gone. Remove her. Cade waves his hand dismissively, already turning away. Two pack warriors grab Luna's arms. She doesn't fight as they drag her down the steps and through the gathered crowd. Familiar faces blur past, people she grew up with, people she served, people she thought were family. Not one of them speaks in her defense. They deposit her at the territory line, where manicured pack lands meet the wild darkness of the Deadwood Forest. You have until dawn to be out of Silvercrest territory, one warrior says. He won't look at her either. After that, you're fair game. They leave her there, alone in her torn white dress, with nothing but the clothes on her back and a hollowness where her wolf should be. Luna stares into the forest. Every pup grows up hearing the stories. Rogues hunt in the Deadwood, wolves go in and don't come out, the trees themselves are hungry. No pack wolf enters the Deadwood unless they have a death wish. Behind her, music starts up at the pack house. Celebration. They're already moving on, already forgetting she existed. The pain in her chest intensifies, spreading through her veins like liquid fire. This is what rejection feels like, not just emotional devastation, but physical agony. And for an Omega, already the weakest designation, a severed mate bond can be fatal. Luna takes her first step into the Deadwood. The forest swallows her whole. The sounds of the pack's celebration fade immediately, replaced by the whisper of wind through dead branches and the crack of twigs under her bare feet. She lost her shoes somewhere between the pack house steps and here. She walks because stopping means thinking, and thinking means feeling, and feeling will kill her. The moon filters through the canopy in silver shards. Beautiful and useless. Luna stumbles over roots, pushes through brambles that tear at her dress and skin. She's leaving a trail of blood and despair that any predator could follow, but she can't bring herself to care. Her wolf is gone. Cade is gone. Everything is gone. The pain doubles her over. Luna hits the ground hard, curling into herself as the mate bond continues to unravel. It feels like her soul is being shredded, one thread at a time. She tries to call her wolf again, desperate for the comfort of her presence, but there's only silence. Wolves without their wolves don't survive. Everyone knows this. I'm going to die here, Luna whispers to the uncaring forest. The forest doesn't answer. Time becomes meaningless. Luna drifts in and out of consciousness, the pain ebbing and flowing like a tide. She thinks she might be dying. She hopes she's dying. At least then it would stop hurting. A branch snaps. Luna's eyes flutter open. She can't move, can barely breathe, but some survival instinct makes her aware. Another snap. Closer. The scent hits her next. Wolf. Multiple wolves. Rogues. She should be terrified. She should try to run. But Luna just closes her eyes again. Let them come. Let it be quick. But the scent is wrong. Rogues smell like madness and decay, like wolves who've been without pack for too long and have started to lose their humanity. These scents are different. Controlled. Powerful. They smell like... well. A male voice, smooth and dark. What do we have here? Luna forces her eyes open. 5 wolves circle her. No, not wolves, men. They've shifted back to human form, and they're magnificent. Tall and powerfully built, moving with the lethal grace of apex predators. In the moonlight, their eyes glow in shades of gold and amber and green. The one who spoke crouches beside her. He's dark-haired and beautiful in a dangerous way, with sharp cheekbones and full lips quirked in amusement. Little Omega, you're a long way from home. Luna tries to speak, but only manages a whimper. She's been rejected. Another voice, this one rougher. A blonde man tilts his head, studying her. I can smell it. The bond is still severing. And her wolf is gone, adds a third, red-haired and tattooed. She won't last the night. Should we end it quickly? The fourth is pure muscle, scarred and brutal looking. Better than letting her suffer. Or we could just leave her. The fifth speaks quietly, almost kindly. Dark-skinned with silver eyes. Let nature take its course. They're discussing her death like it's a casual decision. Luna should be afraid. But all she feels is tired. The dark-haired one who spoke first reaches out, tilting her chin up with one finger. His touch is surprisingly gentle. What's your name, little Omega? Luna, she breathes. Luna. He tastes her name. Pretty. I'm Cade. These are my brothers, Finn, Riker, Asher, and Zane. Brothers. They move like it, she realizes. Like a unit. Like a pack. But something's wrong. Their scents are too powerful, too dominant. And there's 5 of them, all giving off the same energy. You're alphas, Luna whispers. All of you. Cade smiles, and it's predatory. Smart girl. Yes, we are. That's impossible. A pack can't have 5 alphas. No pack can, Finn agrees. That's why we don't have one. Yet, Riker adds. Luna's vision is going dark at the edges. She's losing consciousness again. The last thing she sees is Cade's face, leaning close, his expression unreadable. What do we do with her? Someone asks. Cade's smile widens. I think we keep her. Then everything goes black. Wanting to see what would happen next, subscribe to this channel to get to listen to more of our upcoming exciting stories. Click on the subscribe button now. Thank you. Chapter 2. Luna wakes to the smell of smoke and herbs. Her body aches everywhere, a dull persistent throb that reminds her she's still alive. Still breathing. Still broken. She keeps her eyes closed, taking stock. She's lying on something soft, furs, maybe. The air is cool and damp, carrying the mineral scent of deep earth. A cave. She's in a cave. And she's not alone. Her heart rate just changed. That's the rough voice from before. Finn, was it? No, they'd said different names. Cade had introduced them, but her pain-addled brain had scrambled the details. She's awake, confirms another voice, this one quiet and measured. Luna opens her eyes. The cave is larger than she expected, the ceiling lost in shadow. Firelight flickers from a central pit, casting dancing shadows on stone walls. And carved into those walls, everywhere she looks, are symbols. Ancient script that makes her head hurt to look at directly. 5 men sit around the fire, all watching her with varying degrees of interest. Luna tries to sit up and discovers her wrists are bound. Not with rope, with some kind of vine that glows faintly green in the firelight. She yanks at it, panic rising. Easy. The dark-haired one, Cade, rises smoothly. He moves toward her with predatory grace. You'll only hurt yourself. Let me go. Luna's voice comes out stronger than she feels. Not yet. I said let me go. She pulls harder at the bindings. The vines tighten in response, thorns pricking her skin. Stop fighting it. This from the tattooed redhead. He doesn't look up from the blade he's sharpening. Shadow vines respond to intent. The more you struggle, the tighter they get. Shadow vines. Luna's never heard of such a thing. Cade crouches beside her, studying her face. Up close, she can see his eyes aren't just amber, they have flecks of red in them. Wolf eyes, but wrong somehow. Too bright. Too aware. I'm going to remove the vines, he says slowly, but you need to stay calm. We're not going to hurt you. You kidnapped me. We saved you, corrects the blonde with an edge to his voice. There's a difference. Save me for what? Luna demands. So you could kill me yourselves? If we wanted you dead, little Omega, you'd be dead. The massive scarred one speaks for the first time. His voice is like gravel. We want you alive. That should be comforting. It's not. Cade makes a gesture, and the vines uncoil from her wrists, retreating into the shadows like living things. Luna scrambles backward until her spine hits stone wall. Who are you? She asks. Really? The 5 men exchange glances. Some silent communication passes between them. Finally, the one with silver eyes speaks. He's been sitting slightly apart from the others, his gaze distant. We told you. I'm Cade. That's Finn. He gestures to the blonde. Riker. The redhead. Asher. The scarred mountain of muscle. And Zane. The dark-skinned man with the kind face. No. Luna shakes her head. Those weren't the names you said before. Cade smiles slightly. You were barely conscious. Your memory is. My memory is fine. Luna's wolf might be gone, but her mind is sharp. You said Dax, Kale, Reese, Zane, and Ash. The silence that follows is heavy. Clever, Riker murmurs, still sharpening his blade. I told you she was smart. It doesn't matter what names we use, Cade, or is it Ash, says. Names are just sounds. What matters is what we are. Rogues, Luna says flatly. Kidnappers. Alphas, Zane corrects gently. All of us. Luna laughs, a bitter broken sound. That's impossible. 5 alphas can't exist together without tearing each other apart. It's biology. It's law. It's propaganda, Asher growls. Fed to you by packs who fear what they can't control. We're proof it can work, Finn adds. We've been together for 3 years. 3 years. Luna stares at them, trying to process this. 5 alphas, living together, working together. It shouldn't be possible. Everything she's been taught says it shouldn't be possible. But here they are. Why did you take me? She asks. What do you want? The 5 men exchange looks again. This time, it's Reese who speaks, the silver-eyed one. His voice has a strange quality, like he's speaking from somewhere distant. We need you to see something. Before Luna can protest, Asher moves. He's behind her in an instant, too fast for a human, too controlled for a feral wolf. He lifts her easily, ignoring her struggles, and carries her deeper into the cave system. The others follow, silent as ghosts. They wind through tunnels that feel older than time, past underground streams and vast chambers. Luna tries to memorize the route, but the passages twist and turn until she's hopelessly lost. Finally, they emerge into a massive cavern. Luna's breath catches. The walls here are covered in carvings, not just symbols, but scenes. Stories. A history written in stone. And in the center of the cavern, carved into the floor itself, is a circular design that glows with its own light. Silver and blue and colors that don't have names. What is this? Luna whispers. This, Cade says, is why you're here. He leads her to the center of the circle, where one section of carving is different from the rest. Newer. The stone here is darker, the lines sharper. Luna reads the words carved there, ancient script that somehow she can understand. The broken Omega shall summon the blood moon, and from her pain, 20 kings will rise or fall. It's a prophecy, Rhys says. Carved here 300 years ago. Luna stares at the words. You're insane. Prophecies aren't real. We thought so too, Finn admits. Until the signs started appearing. What signs? Instead of answering, Cade reaches out and touches her shoulder. The moment his skin makes contact with hers, the pain from her severed mate bond flares white-hot. Luna cries out, dropping to her knees. But something else happens. The circular carving beneath them blazes with light, not silver blue anymore, but red. Blood red. The color of the full moon during a lunar eclipse. Stop. Luna gasps. Whatever you're doing, stop. Cade removes his hand. The light fades. The pain recedes to its usual dull agony. Luna's breathing hard, her hands pressed against the cold stone floor. What was that? Proof, Rhys says quietly. The prophecy is real, Luna. And you're the broken Omega it speaks of. No. Luna shakes her head violently. I'm nobody. I'm the weakest wolf in my pack, in my former pack. I can't even feel my wolf anymore. How could I possibly? Your weakness is the point, Cade interrupts. An Omega, broken by rejection, mate bonds severed. That's what the prophecy requires. Requires for what? To summon the blood moon, Zane says. And call the 20 alphas who will either save or destroy the supernatural world. Luna looks at each of them in turn. They're serious. Completely, utterly serious. You're all crazy, she says. I need to leave. I need. She tries to stand, to run, but her legs won't support her. The pain from the severed bond is getting worse, not better. Without her wolf, without a pack bond to anchor her, she's dying by inches. You can't leave, Rhys says, and there's genuine sympathy in his silver eyes. You won't survive 3 days alone. Your wolf is gone. Your bond is severed. You need us. I don't need anyone, Luna spits, but even she can hear how weak she sounds. Then try, Finn challenges. Try to escape. See how far you get. It's a dare she can't resist. Luna lurches to her feet and runs. She makes it maybe 20 feet before the world tilts sideways. Before she can fall, someone catches her, Asher, his massive arms steady. Your heartbeat is erratic, he says clinically. Elevated. Weakening. I can hear it stuttering. How? I can hear every heartbeat within a mile radius, Asher says. Track them. Know them. It's my gift. Gift. Luna's mind reels. That's not possible. Werewolves don't have gifts beyond shifting. Most don't, Riker agrees. He's suddenly there beside her, though she didn't hear him move. But we're not most wolves. He gestures casually, and the shadows in the cave twist. They rise up like living things, forming shapes, animals, people, monsters. Then they dissipate. Shadow manipulation, Riker says with a dark smile. Useful for hunting. For hiding. For making people see what I want them to see. Luna's breath comes short. This is impossible. Watch. Finn steps forward, closing his eyes. When he opens them again, they've gone completely silver, no iris, no pupil, just pure reflective silver. I can see 3 possible futures in the next 10 seconds. In one, you try to run again and collapse. In another, you attack Cade. In the third, you faint. All 3 end with you on the floor. As he speaks, Luna feels the truth of his words. She can feel herself on the verge of all 3 actions. She chooses a 4th option, she stays perfectly still. Finn blinks, and his eyes return to normal. Clever. You found the path I couldn't see. My turn, Zane says softly. He makes a sound, not quite a whistle, not quite a howl. From the shadows of the cave, creatures emerge. Rats. Bats. A fox. They circle Luna curiously, unafraid. I can speak to them. The feral things. The wild ones who've never been human. They tell me secrets. One by one, they're demonstrating their impossible abilities. Powers that shouldn't exist. Finally, all eyes turn to Cade. He steps forward, and Luna feels it before he even speaks, a pressure in the air. A weight. Kneel, Cade says. It's not a request. It's not even a command. It's simply a fact. Luna's legs buckle. She hits the ground hard, and she can't get up. Can't move. Can't even lift her head. Alpha voice, she gasps. But that shouldn't work on me. My bond is broken. I have no pack. No Alpha should be able to. I'm not using the pack bond, Cade says. His voice is everywhere, inside her head, thrumming through her bones. I'm using something older. Primal. The voice that speaks to the wolf itself. He releases her, and Luna collapses fully, gasping. Now do you believe us? Finn asks. Luna doesn't answer. Can't answer. Because the truth is staring her in the face, these 5 men are something more than rogues. More than alphas. They're something the world has never seen before. Or maybe something it forgot existed. We were all alphas once, Cade says, helping her sit up. His touch is gentler now. All had packs. All had power. What happened? Luna asks. Betrayal, Asher says, his scarred face hardening. A conspiracy that spans multiple packs across the continent. Someone, or something, has been systematically destroying true alphas and replacing them with puppets. Your mate, Riker adds. Cade Silvercrest. He's one of them. Luna's head snaps up. What? He rejected you for a political alliance, Finn says. But it wasn't his idea. He was told to do it. Ordered to do it. By who? That's what we're trying to find out, Zane says. We've been watching your pack for months. Watching Cade. Waiting for the right moment. And my rejection? Luna's voice is hollow. Was necessary, Reese says quietly. The prophecy requires a broken Omega. Without your rejection, without your pain, the blood moon can't be summoned. The 20 alphas can't be called. Luna wants to scream. To cry. To rage against this insane situation. But before she can do any of those things, the air in the cavern changes. The temperature drops 10 degrees in an instant. The circular carving on the floor begins to glow again, but this time, it's not red. It's 20 different colors. Red, blue, green, gold, silver, purple, orange, amber, colors that pulse and swirl like northern lights. What's happening? Luna whispers. Risa's eyes have gone completely silver again. They're here. Who? The 20. From the tunnels leading into the cavern, light appears. Not firelight. Not natural light. The light that comes from powerful wolves when they're about to shift, that split second when magic meets flesh. One by one, figures emerge from the darkness. They're all men. All tall, all powerful, all moving with the lethal grace of apex predators. Their eyes glow in the dimness, gold, amber, green, blue, colors Luna's never seen in wolf eyes before. 20 of them. 20 alphas. They file into the cavern in silence, forming a circle around Luna and the 5 rogues. Each one studies her with varying degrees of curiosity, hunger, and something else. Something that makes her skin prickle. Recognition. I felt a pull, one of them says. He's dark-haired and elegant, with eyes like molten gold. Like a hook in my chest, dragging me north. I felt it too, another agrees. This one is massive, built like a bear. Thought I was going insane. We all felt it, a third says. Silver-haired despite his young face. A calling. Something primal. They all turn to look at Luna. It's her, someone whispers. The pull is coming from her. Luna backs up until she hits Cade. He steadies her with a hand on her shoulder, and she hates that she finds his presence comforting. Who are you? She asks the newcomers. The elegant one steps forward. I am Alpha Marcus Nightshade of the Crescent Moon Pack. And you? He tilts his head, studying her like a puzzle. You're the reason we're all here. The prophecy, another alpha breathes. It's real. The blood moon rises, Reese says, his voice taking on that distant quality again. And the 20 have been called. As if in response to his words, the cavern floods with red light. Luna looks up, and through some crack in the stone ceiling, she can see the sky. See the moon. It's bleeding. The full moon, fat and perfect, is turning red before her eyes. Not the natural red of a lunar eclipse, this is different. This is the color of fresh blood, of violence, of prophecy made manifest. The circular carving beneath them blazes with light so bright Luna has to shield her eyes. When she can look again, she sees that the light has formed shapes, 20 wolf silhouettes, each one connected to one of the alphas by a thread of colored light. And all 20 threads lead back to her. To her heart. To the broken place where her mate bond used to be. No, Luna whispers. No, this can't be happening. But it is happening. The blood moon has risen. The 20 alphas have been called. And Luna Ashwood, the weakest omega of the Silvercrest pack, stands at the center of it all. The prophecy has begun. Wanting to see what would happen next, subscribe to this channel to get to listen to more of our upcoming exciting stories. Click on the subscribe button now. Thank you. Chapter 3. The red light of the blood moon fills the cavern like liquid fire. 20 alphas. 20 territorial, dominant predators who should never occupy the same space. Luna can feel the testosterone and violence thickening the air, can sense the way each one measures the others, calculating threats and weaknesses. It takes exactly 3 seconds for everything to go to hell. This is Nightshade territory. Marcus speaks first, his elegant features hardening. You're all trespassing. Like hell, growls the bear-like Alpha. I'm Alpha Donovan Steele of the Iron Ridge Pack. I bow to no one. Neither do I. A third Alpha steps forward, dark-skinned with tribal markings on his arms. Alpha Talon Blackwater of the Wildwood clan. And I'm not leaving without answers. More voices join in, each one louder, more aggressive. The rogues, Cade's group, tense, forming a protective circle around Luna. She can feel violence building like a storm, can see the way hands curl into claws, the way eyes begin to bleed alpha gold. Enough. Cade's voice cracks like a whip. The alpha voice should work. It's designed to dominate, to force submission. But there are 20 alphas here, and most of them are just as powerful as he is. They don't stop. They keep arguing, keep posturing. 2 of them are nose to nose now, one wrong word away from transformation and bloodshed. Luna feels something building inside her chest. Pressure. Heat. Like her heart is expanding, filling with something that isn't blood, isn't wolf. Something older. I said enough. The voice that comes out of her mouth isn't hers. It's thunder and earthquake and the howl of wind through ancient trees. It's every storm that's ever raged, every fire that's ever burned. It's power so primal and absolute that for a moment, Luna isn't Luna anymore, she's something else entirely. Silver light explodes from her body. Every alpha in the cave, all 25 of them, drops to their knees as if struck by an invisible hammer. Even Cade, even the rogues who've been protecting her. They hit the stone floor hard, heads bowed, unable to resist. Luna stands at the center of the circle, her eyes blazing with silver fire. When she speaks again, the voice is still not her own, layered, ancient, resonant with power that makes the very stones tremble. The time of the single alpha is ending. The age of the pack of packs begins. Then, just as suddenly as it came, the power drains away. Luna collapses. The silver light winks out. The pressure in the air dissipates like mist. Slowly, the alphas rise, looking shaken. Looking at her with something new in their eyes. Not just curiosity or hunger now, but fear. Respect. Recognition. What the hell was that? Donovan Steele demands, his voice rough. That, Reese says quietly, his silver eyes wide with wonder, was a true Omega. Silence falls like a curtain. True Omegas are extinct, Marcus Nightshade says, but his voice lacks conviction. They died out centuries ago. We thought so too, Finn says. But prophecies don't lie. And neither does that. He gestures to the circular carving, which is still glowing with threads of light connecting Luna to each of the 20 alphas. Luna can barely breathe. She's on her hands and knees, trembling from the effort of whatever just happened. That power, where did it come from? It felt like something woke up inside her, something that had been sleeping her entire life. Someone explain, she gasps. Now. It's Zane who kneels beside her, his kind face creased with concern. True Omegas were the rarest designation of wolf. Not weak, powerful beyond measure. They served as anchors. Anchors? For alpha packs, Asher continues. In the old times, before territories and politics, alphas would band together in coalitions. 20, 30, sometimes 50 alphas working as one force. But that much dominance in one place should have torn them apart. True Omegas prevented that, Riker adds. They were the center, the anchor point. They could take all that alpha aggression and channel it, bind it together. Make it cohesive instead of chaotic. That's insane, Luna whispers. But even as she says it, she knows it's true. She felt it, felt the connection between herself and every alpha in this cave. Felt the way their power wanted to flow toward her, through her. The last true Omega died 300 years ago, Marcus says. His golden eyes are locked on Luna with an intensity that makes her skin prickle. Her name was Selene Moonshadow. When she died, the Alpha coalitions fractured. Wars broke out. That's when the pack system as we know it was established, small territories, single alphas, rigid hierarchies. Someone rewrote history, Finn says bitterly. Made Omegas into the weakest designation instead of the strongest. Made us forget what we'd lost. Why? Luna asks. Control, Cade says simply. Divided packs are easier to manipulate than united coalitions. And if no one remembers true Omegas exist, no one will look for them. Luna's head is spinning. Everything she's been taught, everything she believed about herself, it's all wrong. She isn't weak. She isn't defective. She's the first true Omega born in 3 centuries. The bonds, she says suddenly, looking at the threads of light still connecting her to the alphas. I can feel them. I can feel all of you. And she can. It's overwhelming, 20 different consciousnesses pressing against her own, 20 different wolves testing the connection. She can sense their emotions, their intentions. Some are curious. Some are hungry. Some are hostile. And one. Luna's eyes lock onto a figure at the edge of the group. He's been silent this entire time, hanging back in the shadows. Dark hair, lean build, a scar running through his left eyebrow. Garrett? The name comes out as a whisper, but in the echoing cavern, everyone hears it. The man freezes. Slowly, he steps forward into the light. Luna's heart stops. It is him. Garrett Ashwood, her distant cousin, her childhood friend. The boy who taught her to track, who defended her from bullies, who promised he'd always protect her. The boy who disappeared 7 years ago when his entire pack was slaughtered. Luna, he says, and his voice is rougher than she remembers, scarred by time and pain. You're alive. So are you. She stands on shaking legs. They told me you were dead. They told me the rogues killed everyone. They lied. Garrett's jaw tightens. The rogues didn't attack us. It was sanctioned. Organized. My pack was eliminated because my father discovered something he shouldn't have. What? The conspiracy. Garrett looks around at the assembled alphas. The one that's been manipulating the packs for decades. Removing true alphas and replacing them with puppets. Suppressing bloodlines. Controlling territories. My pack was hit too, Donovan Steele says grimly. 10 years ago. Half my family eliminated in a single night. Made to look like a rogue attack. Mine as well, Talone Blackwater adds. 12 years ago. More voices join in. More stories of packs decimated, families destroyed, all under the guise of rogue violence or natural disasters or territorial disputes. A pattern. A conspiracy spanning decades. Who's behind it? Luna asks. That's what we've been trying to figure out, Cade says. But we know it goes high. Very high. How high? Luna presses. A new voice speaks from the back of the cavern, deep, authoritative, radiating power that makes even the other alphas straighten. High enough to control the Continental Council. The crowd parts. An alpha steps forward, and Luna's breath catches. He's older than the others, maybe 50, with silver threading through dark hair. But age hasn't diminished him, if anything, it's concentrated his power. He moves like a king, like someone who's never questioned his own dominance. Alpha Marcus Ironpaw, Cade says flatly. What an unexpected pleasure. There's no pleasure in his tone. Only cold recognition. Marcus Ironpaw. Luna knows that name. He's the most powerful alpha on the continent, ruler of the Northern Ridge Pack. His territory spans 3 states. His political influence reaches into human government. And he's Seraphina's father. The woman Cade chose over her. You, Luna breathes. Marcus's eyes, pale blue, like ice, fix on her. Me. You're part of the conspiracy, Garrett snarls, moving protectively closer to Luna. Your pack has been absorbing smaller territories for years. I prefer the term consolidating, Marcus says calmly. And yes, I'm part of what you call a conspiracy. Though I'd call it evolution. You're eliminating bloodlines, Asher growls. Destroying packs. I'm creating order, Marcus counters. The old ways were chaotic. Dangerous. True Omegas binding dozens of alphas together into unstoppable forces? That's not balance, that's tyranny waiting to happen. So you rewrote history, Finn says. Made Omegas weak. I didn't rewrite anything. My great-great-grandfather did, along with the other council founders. They saw what happened when true Omegas had power. They saw the wars, the devastation. So they made a choice: suppress the bloodline. Make sure true Omegas could never rise again. By killing us, Luna says quietly. Marcus doesn't deny it. By ensuring you never manifested. Omega children were managed. Kept weak through artificial bonds, through suppressants, through careful breeding programs. For 300 years, it worked. Until me. Until you. Marcus studies her like she's a particularly interesting specimen. We didn't know you were a true Omega. Your bloodline was so diluted, so carefully managed. When my daughter's union with Cade Silvercrest was arranged, it was purely political. We had no idea that rejecting you would be the catalyst for your awakening. Luna feels sick. Her entire life has been a lie. Her weakness, her struggles, the way she never quite fit, it was all engineered. Manufactured. The mate bond, she says. With Cade. Artificial, Marcus confirms. Created when you were both children. A false bond designed to suppress your true nature. When he broke it, he gestures to the glowing threads connecting her to the alphas. He freed you instead. Rage builds in Luna's chest. Hot. Consuming. You destroyed my life. I tried to prevent the apocalypse, Marcus says coldly. Do you know what will happen if you fully manifest as a true Omega? If you bind these 20 alphas together? He looks around the cavern. You'll create a force that could conquer the continent. That could destroy the pack system entirely. That could plunge us into chaos and war. Or, Reese says softly, his silver eyes distant, she could unite us. Create the coalition that was always meant to be. Unity through domination, Marcus spits. That's what the old coalitions were. The true Omega at the center, controlling everyone around her like puppets. That's not what this is, Cade says. Isn't it? Marcus turns to Luna. Tell me, girl. Can you feel them? The bonds forming between you and every alpha here? Luna doesn't answer. Doesn't need to. The truth is written on her face. You can control them, Marcus continues. With time, with practice, you could command them. Force them to do anything you want. Is that the future you want? Is that the unity they're promising you? Luna looks at the 20 alphas surrounding her. She can feel them, their strength, their dominance, their barely controlled violence. And she can feel something else. The potential. The threads connecting them to her aren't just bonds, they're channels. Power could flow through them. Her power. She could control them. The thought terrifies her. I would never, she starts. You say that now, Marcus interrupts. But power changes people. Absolute power over 20 alphas? That would change anyone. He's right to be afraid, Garrett says, but he's not talking to Marcus. He's talking to Luna. Not because you'd become a tyrant. But because you'd become a threat to everything he's built. The Continental Council can't exist in a world with true Omegas, Talon Blackwater realizes. Your power supersedes theirs. Which is why she needs to die. The words fall like stones. Marcus doesn't move, but the alphas flanking him do, 6 of them, Luna realizes now. 6 of the 20 aren't here because of the prophecy. They're here because Marcus brought them. This doesn't have to end in bloodshed, Marcus says reasonably. Luna, you're untrained. Unmanifested. You don't understand what you are or what you could become. Come with me. Let me help you. We can manage this transition. Manage? Luna laughs, and it comes out broken. Like you managed my entire life? Like you managed the deaths of how many Omegas? Sacrifices for the greater good. Murder, Garrett snarls. The temperature in the cave drops. Battle lines are being drawn, Marcus and his 6 alphas on one side, the 5 rogues and Garrett on the other. The remaining 13 alphas stand uncertain, caught between prophecy and politics. Luna feels something stirring inside her again. That ancient power, rising like a tide. Don't, Reese warns, but she doesn't know if he's talking to her or to Marcus. Last chance, Marcus says. Surrender now, or I end this before it begins. You can't kill her, Cade says. The bonds are already forming. Kill her, and you kill every alpha connected to her. Marcus smiles. Who said I was going to kill her myself? He makes a gesture, and one of his alphas moves, but not toward Luna. Toward Garrett. Everything happens in slow motion. The alpha lunges. Garrett tries to dodge. Steel flashes, a silver blade, the only thing that can truly kill a werewolf. Luna screams. Power explodes from her like a nuclear blast. Silver light floods the cavern, but this time it's not just light. It's force. Pure, concentrated energy that hits everyone simultaneously. The threads connecting her to the alphas blaze like lightning. She can feel them now, really feel them. Not just their emotions but their power, their strength, their very essence flowing toward her. Through her. She doesn't think. Doesn't plan. She just acts. The blade stops an inch from Garrett's throat, suspended in midair. The alpha holding it freezes, his entire body locked in place. Not by his choice, by Luna's will, channeled through the bond connecting them. Nobody moves, Luna says, and her voice is layered again, ancient and absolute. Nobody fights. Nobody dies. Every alpha in the cave is frozen. Even Marcus. Even the rogues. Luna stands at the center of the circle, silver fire dancing across her skin, her eyes blazing with power that shouldn't exist. And deep in her mind, she feels something else awakening. Memories that aren't hers. A woman with hair like moonlight, standing in the center of 50 alphas, binding them together with threads of silver light. Not controlling them. Not dominating them. Uniting them. Making them stronger together than they could ever be apart. Selene Moonshadow. The last true Omega. And Luna realizes, she's not seeing memories from books or stories. She's seeing Selene's actual memories. Living them. Feeling them. Because true Omegas don't just die. Their power transfers, sleeping in the bloodline, waiting for the right vessel. Luna isn't the first true Omega in 3 centuries. She's Selene reborn. The revelation crashes through her, and with it comes understanding. The bonds, the power, the purpose, it all makes sense now. She releases her hold on the alphas. They collapse, gasping, trembling. Marcus Ironpaw looks at her with naked fear for the first time. You remember, he whispers. I remember, Luna confirms. I remember everything. What true Omegas really were. What they're meant to be. And what your ancestors did to us. She turns to face the assembled alphas, the 5 rogues, Garrett, the 13 who came because of prophecy, even Marcus's 6 wolves. The age of division is over, Luna says. The pack of packs rises tonight. And anyone who stands in its way, she looks directly at Marcus, will burn in the light of the blood moon. Above them, through the crack in the cavern's ceiling, the moon bleeds redder still. The prophecy has begun. And nothing will ever be the same. If you're still listening to this story up to this point, why don't you subscribe to this channel to continue getting impactful daily stories like this? We would be most grateful if you can do that to help boost this video to reach everyone. Thank you. Chapter 4. The blood moon's crimson light bleeds through the cavern as Luna stands at the center of 25 wolves who should be tearing each other apart. But they're not. Because she won't let them. Marcus Ironpaw recovers first, his ice blue eyes calculating. This changes nothing. You're untrained. Raw power without control is just chaos waiting to implode. Then let's test that theory, Luna says, her voice still carrying that ancient resonance. Marcus's lips thin. You think remembering Selene's life makes you her equal? She trained for decades. Built her coalition over years. You've had your power for minutes. Long enough to stop your assassin. A parlor trick. Marcus straightens, and the 6 alphas who came with him shift into defensive positions. You're holding them frozen through sheer will. How long can you maintain that? An hour? 10 minutes? And what happens when you collapse from the strain? Luna feels the truth of his words. The power flowing through her is immense, but it's like trying to hold back a river with her bare hands. Already, her legs are trembling. Sweat beads on her forehead. She doesn't have to hold them, Cade says quietly. He steps forward, placing himself between Luna and Marcus. She just has to hold them long enough for the rest of us to choose. The 13 unbonded alphas, the ones who aren't with Marcus or the rogues, exchange glances. The tension is thick enough to choke on. Donovan Steele speaks first, his bear-like frame radiating barely contained aggression. I didn't come here to die in someone else's war. This isn't someone else's war, Garrett says. Marcus admitted it, he's been eliminating bloodlines for decades. How many of us lost family to his conspiracy? Talon Blackwater's tribal markings seem to glow in the red moonlight. My entire clan. 43 wolves. They told us it was a virus. My parents, another alpha says. A younger man with platinum hair and scars across his throat. Alpha Silas Frostborn of the Arctic Circle Pack. They said it was a hunting accident. More voices join in. More stories. Each one a piece of Marcus's decades-long conspiracy to maintain power by eliminating anyone who might threaten his control. So what's the alternative? Donovan demands. We trust an Omega who can't even control her own power. We form some mystical coalition based on a 300-year-old prophecy. Yes, Reese says simply, his silver eyes distant. Because I've seen the future where we don't. Marcus wins. The Continental Council becomes a dictatorship. And within 5 years, werewolf society collapses into civil war that spills into the human world. You can't know that, Marcus scoffs. I saw it 27 times, Reese continues, his voice taking on that eerie quality. 27 possible futures where we scatter tonight. In every single one, you hunt us down individually. Eliminate us one by one. By the time the survivors realize they should have united, it's too late. And if we unite? Silas Frostborn asks. I've seen 3 futures where we do, Reese admits. In one, we fail and die together. In another, Luna's power consumes her and destroys us all. Comforting, Donovan mutters. In the third, Reese's lips curve slightly, we tear down everything Marcus has built and create something better. Marcus laughs, cold and sharp. Fairy tales. This girl is a liability, not a savior. And the moment you bind yourselves to her, she'll own you. Control you. Is that what you want? To be puppets for an Omega? Luna feels the doubt rippling through the assembled alphas. Feels their hesitation through the nascent bonds trying to form. Marcus is right about one thing, they're afraid of being controlled. She releases her hold on his assassin. The alpha staggers back, gasping. Luna lets her power recede, the silver light dimming until she's just herself again. Small. Exhausted. Human. I don't want to control anyone, she says quietly. I barely understand what I am. But I know what it's like to be powerless. To be the weakest wolf in the pack. To be discarded like I didn't matter. She looks at each of the 13 unbonded alphas in turn. You're all stronger than me. More experienced. More powerful. If I tried to control you against your will, you'd break free in a heartbeat. True Omega bonds aren't about domination, they're about choice. About choosing to be stronger together than you could ever be apart. Pretty speech, Marcus says. But words don't change reality. You're asking them to bet their lives on a prophecy and a girl who doesn't know what she's doing. Then let me make the choice easier. The voice comes from the cave entrance. Every head turns. A figure emerges from the shadows, moving with liquid grace. He's dressed for battle, tactical gear, silver weapons strapped across his back. But it's his face that makes Luna's heart stop. Sharp cheekbones. Dark hair. Eyes the color of storm clouds. He looks exactly like Cade. Same height. Same build. Same predatory elegance. But older. Harder. With scars that tell stories of survival. Ash, Cade breathes. No, not Cade. Luna realizes with a start. This is Ash. The real Ash. And Cade is. Hello, little brother, Ash says. Marcus's face goes white. You're supposed to be dead. You should have made sure. Ash walks past Marcus's guards like they don't exist, his attention fixed on the cavern floor. On the glowing circular carving and the threads of light connecting Luna to the assembled alphas. 10 years, Ash says softly. 10 years since you exiled me for discovering your conspiracy. 10 years of watching. Planning. Gathering allies. He gestures to the other 4 rogues, Finn, Riker, Asher, Zane. We're not random survivors, Marcus. We're the wolves you tried to eliminate. The ones who got away. Impossible, Marcus says, but his voice lacks conviction. Finn's pack was poisoned by contaminated territory markers. You authorized it. Ash's voice is cold. Clinical. Riker's family was framed for attacking human settlements. You fabricated the evidence. Asher's alpha was assassinated and his pack absorbed into yours. You gave the order. Zane's mate was killed to prevent their bloodline from producing another true Omega. You hired the hunter. Each accusation lands like a physical blow. Luna watches Marcus's expression shift from denial to calculation. And you, Ash continues, turning to Cade, you're my younger brother. Cade Silvercrest. I was supposed to be Alpha of Silvercrest. But when I discovered Marcus was manipulating our father, when I tried to warn the other packs, he gestures to his scars. I was declared rogue and hunted. You were a child then. They told you I died. Made you forget I ever existed. Cade, no, Cade, stares at his brother. Luna can see the memories trying to surface, the recognition fighting through whatever mental conditioning was done. They made you Alpha, Ash says gently. Raised you as Marcus's puppet. And when the time came, they arranged your mating with Luna, a false bond designed to keep her weak. You never had a choice, brother. None of us did. The pieces fall into place. Ash isn't just the leader of the rogues. He's Cade's brother. The rightful Alpha of Silvercrest. And the 5 rogues are all victims of Marcus's conspiracy, united by their desire for revenge. This is why we've been watching your pack for months, Finn adds. We knew Luna was a true Omega. We felt it when she was born. We've been waiting for her awakening. But we couldn't force it, Zane says. It had to happen naturally. Through rejection. Through pain. You let him break me, Luna says, anger flaring. You could have warned me. Saved me. No, Reese interrupts, his silver eyes sad. The prophecy was specific. The broken Omega. Not just any rejection, it had to be a false bond breaking at the right moment under the right moon. Any interference would have prevented your awakening entirely. Luna wants to rage at them. Wants to scream that they used her, sacrificed her for their plans. But she looks at Ash's scars, at Finn's haunted eyes, at the barely contained violence in Riker's frame. They're survivors, just like her. And they've been fighting Marcus for years with no hope of victory. Until now. Marcus seems to sense the tide turning. Kill them all, he orders his 6 alphas. The attack comes fast and brutal. But the 5 rogues are faster. They move as a unit, practiced, coordinated, deadly. Finn's shadows erupt, swallowing 2 of Marcus's wolves. Asher appears behind a 3rd, his massive fists crushing bones before the alpha can shift. Zane releases a sound that brings every predator in the cave system running, rats, bats, foxes, even a mountain lion, all converging on Marcus's forces. Riker's blades flash silver, and 2 more alphas go down screaming. Ash doesn't fight. He walks straight toward Marcus, who backpedals, suddenly realizing he's outmatched. "You can't kill me," Marcus says quickly. "I'm protected by the Continental Council. My death would trigger." "I'm not going to kill you," Ash says quietly. "That would be too easy." He looks at Luna. She understands immediately. Marcus's death would make him a martyr. Would give the Council justification to hunt them down. But Marcus alive and powerless? That's a different story. Luna reaches for the bond forming between herself and Marcus, weak, barely there, but present because the blood moon called him here just like the others. "No," Marcus breathes. "You can't." Luna pulls. Power flows through the bond, but not from him to her. From her to him. She takes his dominance, his alpha authority, and she drinks it down like water. Marcus Ironpaw, the most powerful alpha on the continent, collapses to his knees. Not dying. Just empty. His wolf silent. His power gone. "What did you do?" he gasps. "I made you what you made me," Luna says. Powerless. The 13 and bonded alphas watch in stunned silence. Some look horrified. Others look satisfied. All of them look afraid. "Anyone else want to challenge me?" Luna asks. One by one, they drop to their knees. Not in submission, in choice. Choosing to accept the bond. Choosing to be part of something greater. The threads of light connecting Luna to the alphas solidify. Strengthen. She gasps as power floods through her, not just from 1 or 2 bonds, but from 13 new connections all forming simultaneously. It's agony. Ecstasy. Too much and not enough. Each bond brings memories, emotions, secrets. Donovan Steele lost his twin sister to Marcus's purge. He's been searching for revenge for a decade. Talon Blackwater is the last of his bloodline. He carries the weight of 43 dead wolves on his shoulders. Silas Frostborn was forced to watch his parents executed. He's been playing the role of loyal alpha while secretly gathering evidence. 25 wolves. 25 bonds. 25 stories of pain and survival and desperate hope. Luna's body can't take it. She feels herself fracturing, the bonds threatening to tear her apart. "Let us help," Garrett says, kneeling beside her. "You don't have to carry this alone." The 5 rogues form a circle around her: Ash, Finn, Riker, Asher, Zane. Their bonds with her are stronger, more established. They channel some of the overwhelming power, help her distribute it across the network. Slowly, painfully, the bonds stabilize. Luna stands at the center of 25 interconnected alphas. She can feel them all, their strength, their loyalty, their doubt, their hope. A pack of packs. A coalition not seen in 3 centuries. She opens her eyes, and they're blazing silver. "We need to move," Ash says. Marcus's enforcers are coming. The attack on the cave was just the first wave. As if summoned by his words, a howl echoes through the tunnels. Then another. And another. "How many?" Donovan asks. Asher closes his eyes, focusing on the heartbeats. 50. Maybe more. They're surrounding the entire cave system. "We can take them," Riker says confidently. "Not without casualties," Finn counters. "And not without." He stops. Everyone stops. Because a new figure appears at the cave entrance. He's alone. Unarmed. Moving with the defeated shuffle of the broken. Cade Silvercrest steps into the red moonlight. He looks terrible, gaunt, pale, barely able to stand. The false bond breaking must be killing him, just like it almost killed Luna. "Hello, Luna," he says quietly. 25 alphas tense, ready to tear him apart. Luna raises a hand, stopping them. "What do you want?" "To help." Cade falls to his knees. "I know I don't deserve forgiveness. I know what I did. But Marcus used me too. Made me his puppet. Forced me to reject you when everything in me screamed not to. The false bond is killing you, Rhys observes clinically. I don't care. Cade looks up at Luna, and there are tears on his face. I care that Marcus is winning. That he's going to keep winning unless someone stops him. We're already stopping him, Garrett snarls. You don't understand. Cade pulls something from his jacket, a flash drive. Marcus's entire operation. Locations. Names. Targets. His hand shakes. There are 5 other true Omegas hidden across the world. Marcus knows where they are. He's planning to kill them all during the eclipse moon. 3 weeks from now. The cavern goes deathly silent. 5 others? Luna breathes. 6 total, Cade confirms. You're the first. The others are still dormant, still suppressed. But if Marcus eliminates them before they can awaken, there will never be another true Omega, Finn finishes grimly. The balance collapses, Rhys adds. Werewolf society fractures. Marcus becomes the sole power. A tyrant king ruling the ashes, Ash says quietly. Luna stares at Cade. At the man who broke her. Who destroyed her life. Who might be offering them the key to victory. I don't forgive you, she says clearly. I may never forgive you. I know. But I'll take your information. She gestures, and Garrett retrieves the flash drive. Cade bows his head. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. Luna looks at her 25 bonded wolves, rogues and enemies and strangers who've become something more. Something new. We have 3 weeks until the eclipse moon. In that time, we're going to find the other Omegas. We're going to destroy Marcus's empire. And we're going to show the world what happens when you reject the wrong wolf. The bonds between them pulse with shared purpose. Shared power. Deep inside Luna, her wolf finally speaks. Not the whimpering, retreating presence from before. This voice is ancient. Powerful. Unstoppable. Let the Alpha Wars begin, her wolf growls. The blood moon blazes overhead, painting the world crimson. And Luna Ashwood, the weakest Omega of the Silvercrest pack, stands at the center of the first pack of packs in 300 years. The age of single alphas is over. The age of the coalition has begun. And Marcus Ironpaw, powerless and defeated, watches from his knees as everything he built crumbles around him. The prophecy has come to pass. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe, like and share this video to continue listening to this type of story daily and also, to appreciate this community too. I would like to hear your wonderful opinion about this story. Please comment below.